the top 5 signs that are most likely to cheat. Who are the cheateriest of cheaters? That's what we're going to talk about today in my spicy relationship astrology video. In case you've forgotten, I'm Mina, your favorite Pisces astrologer, and I love helping my people, you guys, have the best relationship possible through educating you using the beautiful art and science of astrology. So if that sounds like something you like this video, follow me, because I want this video to spread. We really need to arm ourselves with information, my water people especially, so we don't get hurt. But surprise, we're actually not going to talk about the 5 signs most likely to cheat in the zodiac, because I don't believe that exists. I believe that everyone can cheat, and everyone does cheat, no matter their birth chart, no matter their signs in their chart. There is no zodiac sign that is not going to cheat. Human beings are capable of awful things, and fortunately we have choice. So just because we're all capable of doing all these bad things doesn't mean we will. So what is useful to discuss in this video is common reasons, general reasons why the signs will cheat. Keep in mind, this is a general reading. You always have to take in the full birth chart of someone. So we're going to start this video out with a definition of what cheating is. And we're going to use cheating and infidelity interchangeably because they mean the same thing. So I got a really good definition on fatherly.com that says infidelity is considered to be an act involving a third party that violates the standards or boundaries of a relationship between romantic partners. I really like that definition. I love that definition, but what I love even more is when the author makes it even more concise and says cheating is a partner's unilateral decision to meet his or her desires outside of a relationship. And I love the use of the word unilateral because it is a very selfish decision and deceptive thing to do, is to cheat on someone. It's awful. That's like my Cancer and Pisces energy talking. But yeah, it's selfish, and every sign can be selfish in this way. So we're going to talk about the signs by element, and we're going to start with fire. And don't worry, I have timestamps for all of you that are just curious about one sign or two, but I encourage people to listen to all the video just so you can learn more. So yeah, we're going to start with the element of fire and the 3 fire signs. And if you don't know, the 3 fire signs are Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. So when fire people cheat, there usually is a deficit, a lack of passion. Oftentimes fire people can cheat because they feel like it's their birthright. They're entitled to cheat because they're so awesome. They really do have a lot of respect for themselves, and that can manifest darkly. And also for the conquest, you know, fire is action focused, so they like to just see what they can capture, basically, how many Pokemon they can capture. So yeah, that's like in general why a fire person would step outside of a relationship. Let's start with Aries. What are some reasons why an Aries person will cheat? So Aries people are ruled by Mars, and they like to win. Above all else, they like to win. So if an Aries cheats, quite often it's because they feel like they're losing by being with you. And again, fire is passion, fire is conquest, and fire is very self-driven. So you are not embodying a prize. Like, they feel like, oh, you're not reciprocating the passion I'm giving you, so it feels like I'm losing being with you because there's nothing new going on, you know? So yeah, if you're not reciprocating all the fire that Aries is like bringing to you, if you're not making them feel like having you in their life is them winning, then yeah, they will step outside just to get something new. You know, they are the embodiment of spring and rebirth. So newness is very stimulating for Aries. So I would say, yeah, lack of passion, and they don't feel like they're winning. So if you want to keep your Aries happy, make them feel like they're winning by being with you. And keep the fire lit. Romance, fighting even. So let's go to Leo. So Leo is the entitled cheater often. They can suffer from bouts of narcissism. I love you, Leos. It's not all of you, but we all have a dark side, right? So I think that Leo's dark side is narcissism. So they could just feel like, hey, it's my birthright to cheat. Like, I'm so awesome and that's my right. And you know, they love attention. So there's a deficit in attention. Like someone's not giving them attention in the relationship, and they will go seek it somewhere else. If someone else is throwing attention at them that you're not giving them, then Leo's going to be like, hey, I'm king and queen of the world. I deserve recognition and you're not giving it to me. So yeah, and they really are image conscious. So if they feel embarrassed of you, if they begin to feel embarrassed of you, like you're not embodying something, you know, special to have, you're not fancy enough, you're not something special. If you cease to be something special, then they might be embarrassed to fuse you with their public image. So if you want to keep your Leo happy, give them attention. Never stop giving them attention, ever, because if someone else is going to do it, they're going to be tempted to cheat for sure. So now let's go to Sagittarius. You know, Sagittarius does not often have a good reputation for fidelity, period. But, you know, again, I'm sure there's faithful Sagittarians out there, because signs don't cheat, people do. So why would a Sagittarius person cheat? Well, Sagittarius has an abundance mindset. They always want more, being ruled by Jupiter. And it's oftentimes hard for a Sagittarius heavy person to be satisfied with just one person, because that's like not very adventurous to them. They're not learning anything new, and it's hard for Sagittarius to finish projects, and really staying faithful to one person especially is like, you have to finish the project, you have to stay with it. So they could just cheat because, kind of like Gemini reasons, like they're bored and someone else is wanting to give them more of something, a new adventure, more money, or, you know, simply they could just have so much love that they just want to give it to so many people. Like they're hard to please, you guys. So yeah, if they feel like they're not in an abundance mind frame being with you, like if you're not giving them more, and you're subtracting from their life, and they're feeling like being with you is an obligation and not a passion, then they will cheat. Keep laughing at their jokes too. If someone else is laughing at their jokes, they'll be tempted to cheat. So let's go to our Earth people. And Earth people have probably the best reputation in terms of fidelity, like least likely to step out and cheat. But, you know, again, everyone cheats. In case you don't know, the Earth signs are Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. So when an Earth person cheats, it's usually something to do with resources and the commitment, like the stability and reliability of the commitment associated with their person. So when they cheat, something is wrong with the stability, something is wrong with the commitment, something is wrong with the money, the resources, and they don't like to be fearful of that. They like to feel very secure in those things. And you know, maybe for Taurus, it could be lack of sex, but in general, Earth people do not cheat for lusty sexual reasons. It's usually like stability. Something is not safe about their partner, so they will step out to find something better. They're more like upgrade cheaters because, yeah, they like stability. But let's start with Taurus. So Taurus is kind of like the poster child of loyalty and fidelity. Yet, to use some famous examples, we have Amber Heard, we have, who's the other Taurus cheater? We got, Brad Pitt's a second houser. Tauruses aren't above cheating. They, oftentimes when a Taurus cheats is when they get very shaken by something their partner says or does that makes them question the foundation of the relationship and that makes them feel unsafe. When a partner pushes their values, like when a partner wants to change a Taurus's values, they can get scared. And these people need a high degree of safety to really stay with a partner. So they will definitely look for greener pastures, safer pastures that don't require them to change, because they don't like to change and they don't like their partner to change. They like to know who they're with. So if they look at you and you're like a stranger to them, they will cheat. And you know, they're earthy, and they're Venus, fixed Venus, Earth. So if there's not enough sex going on, something physical, they could definitely just be a little gluttonous and want more. They like pretty people. So now let's go to Virgo. So Virgo is very pure, like if we look at it in a very textbook way, and it's really hard to talk about Virgo and cheating, because purity and cheating don't really coincide. They don't really relate to one another. But Virgos, again, are humans. They are not above cheating. They are most likely to cheat when their partner just ceases to make sense in their life. Like they forget why they got with the person, because it just makes no sense to them. They're very rational people, Virgos. So if you are not a resource to them, if you're not optimizing their life, if they're starting to feel stupid for being with you because of your daily behaviors, like Virgos are all like, they're like grown-up energy. So if you're not taking care of your stuff, if you're not making them feel appreciated for all their little acts of service, like they can definitely look for a better deal. Like again, Earth people are upgrade cheaters. So someone else that comes along makes more sense to them, will optimize their life, will make their life like better in that everyday type of way, then they're gonna go for the better resource. Now we're gonna talk about Capricorn. So again, Capricorn, like all the earth signs, another poster child for fidelity. But Capricorns cheat just like everyone else. Let's look at Jared Leto cheats. Who's the other Capricorn cheater out there? I was about to say Nicolas Cage, but I can't say that with a straight face. So yeah, Capricorns definitely can cheat. Why do Capricorns cheat? Well, Capricorns are usually very hardworking individuals, and they can cheat just because they feel like they've earned it. They've worked hard to get recognition from the world. They're getting more attention due to their hard work, and they could be like, well, I earned the right to cheat. I know that sounds horrible, but they could be very entitled, almost like little Leos in that way. They can also cheat because they like the resources, something's off with the money. I just have to say it like that. They don't feel like their partner is living up to the obligations, not the pleasure, the obligations of their commitment to one another, and they won't feel safe. So yeah, they will upgrade to someone who is more reliable and takes care of their money. They definitely will. They like things that stay, that last. Oh, Brad Pitt was the other one. He is just like an earth cheater. He has second house energy and Capricorn moon. So now we're gonna go on to air, my little air babies. Air is probably the element that is, air and fire are like the cheaters. Like if we're looking at pop astrology and how they are viewed in terms of pop astrology world, air is like the most accused of cheating, I'll say. Why do air people cheat? Usually boredom. They are talkers, they're communicators, and they like variety because they like talking to and networking with as many people as possible. So really counting on one person to satisfy that curiosity in them and wanderlust almost for life is a pretty tall order. Also, just like when a partner is a poor communicator, like they're leaving you on red, they're not really making themselves clear when they speak, can be a turnoff, or when just their partner has nothing to say. You know, it's just lack of stimulation intellectually, basically with air people. Let's go to Gemini. Gemini is the poster child for infidelity. Poor Geminis. But you know, there's faithful Geminis out there. So why would a Gemini cheat? Because they're bored. I mean, out of all the air signs, they need the most variety, and they need their partner to be on it in terms of communication. Again, do not leave these people on red like that. They will not respond well. They will not feel valued, and they don't feel like they can exchange information with you. They don't feel excited. So how do you keep a Gemini happy? Buy some wigs. You have to be like 5 people in one. Keep learning. Don't close off your mind so they can keep being curious about you. Now let's go to the next air sign, which is Libra. Why do Libras cheat? Well, Libra is ruled by Venus, and they like to attract people by just being them. They don't directly go out there and seek relationship. They just see in their vicinity what is attracted to them, who's coming at them. So they can, they're always in this mind space of weighing their options sometimes, Librans. So if they feel like you're not the best option, they're going to probably step out and cheat and find the better option that's around them. Also, almost like for Aries reasons, they are opposite. Aries needs to feel like their partner's a prize. Well, Libra needs to feel like their partner is winning, like they're coming after them. Libras need someone else to take the lead in terms of creating passion, and that makes them feel like a prize, and they kind of need to feel like a prize to be their best selves in a relationship. They need to feel valued in that way, in that Venus way. So yeah, if you want to keep your Libra happy, be the best option for them. Always try to be the best option. You have to figure out what they want, which is really hard because Libras are really indecisive. So don't be with a Libra if you don't want to compete. Now we're gonna go with Aquarius. Oh, my Aquarius. You guys make me laugh. I love you. So Aquarians are very modern thinkers. They are fixed air. So when they get an idea in their head, they will stubbornly hold on to it. And they don't like to feel like they're not cutting edge. They don't like to feel old. And so simply Aquarians can cheat because they might think it's an outdated concept being faithful to someone. So you have to really, learn their values if you want a certain type of commitment before you get super involved with an Aquarius. Also, kind of like for Pisces reasons, they can have really poor boundaries in friendships because they love friends and they might not understand the difference between friendships and romantic connection. They can upset their friends and their partners through having poor boundaries and distinctions between the two. Yeah, so if you want your Aquarius to be faithful to you, be their friend and know their values before getting into the relationship because they're not going to change their mind. So that's on you. I hate to say it, but Aquarians, don't cheat. Just be honest. You're above that. Go into my water people. This is like the most interesting, spiciest group of people. Water is divorced from rationality. Water people make decisions based off emotions. So it's not going to make sense in that logical, rational way why they cheat. So water, because they get such an emotional bond, a very strong emotional connection with their lover, can be like revenge cheaters. That's what I call water people, revenge cheaters. And they can cheat when they feel like the emotional bond was tainted, it was betrayed somehow, that you're giving that emotional connection to someone else outside of the relationship unilaterally, like the definition said. So let's start with Cancer. Cancers are the kind of like notice me, petty cheaters, like, hey, you hurt me, so I'm gonna cheat on you, so you'll notice me again. I'll cheat on you to defend myself, because you hurt me. Because Cancers really are associated with loyalty. They are very hooked on the people they love, trust me. They want a family, they want exclusive rights to your heart. Everyone with a Cancer, you got to understand that. So if they feel like they don't have those exclusive emotional rights, then if someone else is safer emotionally in that way and is going to give them a higher emotional commitment, they will cheat. Or again, they will cheat just because you hurt them and they want to hurt you back to get your emotional attention, to stir the waters, which can, in a toxic way, create passion. But if you want to keep your Cancers happy, just never make them question your emotional commitment to them, that part of you is just for them. And if they get paranoid, just be prepared to stand your ground. Now we're going to go to Scorpio. You know, I love you Scorpios. Scorpios really are associated with being obsessive lovers who do get locked onto one person. So they have immense potential to be super faithful, but even them, they cheat. I mean, Ben Affleck is a Scorpio moon. Cheated on Jennifer Garner with another Scorpio moon, Jennifer Lopez. I mean, no one's above it, you guys, even our beloved Scorpios. So Scorpios are very defensive and very self-protected. They really guard their heart with like an iron fist. So if you hurt them and they really love you, like they let their guard down and they loved you, they would cheat on you just out of vengeance, like to get power back, because the ultimate dark way to get power is to hurt someone like that, you know, by cheating. And also, they could cheat to test you. It's like one of the darkest ways a Scorpio can potentially test a connection is to see, how obsessed is my partner with me? How loyal are they to me? If I do this to them, what if they stay? Even if I do this to them, then that means they just are really obsessed and really super committed to me, and it's safe to love them. So if you don't want your Scorpio, it's awful. I don't agree with that type of Scorpio test. And I'm a water person. But if you want your Scorpio to not cheat on you or to increase your chances of them being faithful, don't make them feel like you're a bad bet. Be safe for them to love. Never back down from your values. And that's how you can survive their test. Just be who you are, because you don't want a Scorpio to find out you've been lying. You just don't. We're going to get into Pisces, our last water sign. Pisces is kind of like Gemini and Sagittarius. They're not really known textbook-wise to be faithful. They're ruled by Jupiter and Neptune, so very blurred boundaries and a lot of Jupiter levels love to give people. Very compassionate people. Think of the ocean, that's Pisces, like the amount of love and devotion they can give to someone. But if you think of the ocean and you look at a map, there's nothing definitive, tangible that separates certain oceans and seas from one another. And which is why Pisces will cheat, because of poor boundaries. There's just no other way to put it. You know, that's why Pisces people are going to be faithful if they have someone that puts boundaries in place for them and that holds them accountable to those boundaries. That is what a Pisces really needs to be faithful per the standard definition of being faithful, like not stepping outside of a relationship. And also, like, pay attention to what your Pisces wants romance-wise, because they're a water sign. They are not practical, like, at all, okay? So if you're not giving them romance and then someone else is making them feel like their life could be magical, more magical than their life with you, then you're in trouble with your Pisces. So it's really important that you make your Pisces feel like they're living in a rom-com, like give them moments of magic, never let the romance die, and make them feel like they are a fantasy that's in reality, like they're just that mystical to you. And they will see you as mystical in return, because you're giving them a slice of magic, because Pisces people get really weighed down by reality. So yeah, you guys, that's the video for today. Let me know what you think. I know it's a little controversial. Just know I love all the signs. This is a general video. If you disagree with me, let me know in the comments. Let me know what you think. I just want to know what you think. Keep it respectful. That's all I ask. And thank you for your patience with me. I have been going through a lot personally, and I have gone through a big move. And I just want you to know that I'm back and ready to create. And I am just ready to get to 20K and beyond. Please help me in this conquest. I thank you so much. I'm so appreciative of all of you. And if you need a reading, maybe you want to learn more about your relationship, email me. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.